Good evening, everyone. I am Romile A. Licera, assigned to the case of Antonia Maranan versus Pascual Perez in the doctrine the common carrier liable for intentional assaults committed by its employees upon its passengers, as stated in Article 1759 of the Civil Code of the Philippines. For the facts of on October 18, 1960, Rogelio Corachea was a passenger in a taxicab owned and operated by Pascual Perez. When he was stabbed and killed by the driver, Simeon Valenzuela. Valenzuela was prosecuted for homicide in the Court of First Instance of Batangas, and he was found guilty. He was sentenced to suffer imprisonment and to indemnify the years of the deceased in the sum of 6,000 pesos. Appeal from said conviction was taken to the Court of Appeals. On December 6, 1961, while appeal was pending in the Court of Appeals, Antonia Maranan, Rogelio's mother, filed an action in the Court of First Instance of Batangas to recover damages from Perez and Valenzuela for the death of her son. Defendants asserted that the deceased was killed in self-defense since he first assaulted the driver by stabbing him from behind. Defendant Perez further claimed that the death was a caso fortuito for which the carrier was not liable. The issues of the case are as follows: whether or not Perez is liable pursuant to Article 1759 of the Civil Code, and whether or not the dismissal of the claim against Valenzuela is correct. The court ruled the law expressly provides liability in spite of the occurrence of force majeure. The new Civil Code of the Philippines expressly makes the common carrier liable for intentional assaults committed by its employees upon its passengers by the wording of Article 1759, which categorically states that common carriers are liable for the death of or injuries to passengers through the negligence or willful acts of the former's employees, although such employees may have acted beyond the scope of their authority or in violation of the orders of the common carriers. The Civil Code provisions on the subject of common carriers are new and were taken from the Anglo-American law. There, the basis of the carrier's liability for assaults on passengers committed by its drivers rests either on the doctrine of respondent superior or the principle that it is the carrier's implied duty to transport the passenger safely. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.